Hi, so a little while ago I posted a video about my new OPINEL. I think this is the number 9. Been using this quite a lot. It's a really good little knife. Nice sort of slicey blade, very sort of fine grind on it, almost no sort of bevel. It's almost like a Scandi grind, if you will. It just goes all the way down, so it's really good for food prep. The only thing is that I think it imparts a little bit of flavour. So when you're cutting onions, you get a little bit of a metallic taste left over, maybe. You're starting to build up a slight patina from the sort of acids in food and stuff like that on the blade. And what I was thinking is if I can force that patina, I can sort of build up that protective layer and not have that flavour imparted on the food. So a bit of a cookery program today, really. People talk about using tomato sauce, lemon juice, mustard. What I thought I'd do is I'd try making up some mustard myself with mustard powder, but instead of water, using a bit of vinegar. See if that can speed things along. So we're going to do that. What I'll also do is once that's been done, I'm going to try and put a nice edge on it with the Lansky system and the strop there, and see if we can get sort of almost a mirror edge on it. Have a play with it. But just to start off with, a little bit of a cut test. This is a very functional knife. It cuts really well in real life, but I don't think it does particularly well on paper. This is quite thick paper. It's sort of cartridge paper. It cuts that pretty well. So that's its cutting ability now. Good. Looks good to me. Just want to see if that's maintained after we treat the blade. See if we nibble away at that edge as we sort of force a patina. So what I'm going to do is I'll mix up the special mustard, put the blade at that angle so we can get it all. Let's get a bit of mustard in here. I don't think we'll need an awful lot. With vinegar. So this is malt vinegar. I don't know whether this is going to work. I'm hoping it will. Give it a little stir. It doesn't smell particularly nice. Okay, so we've mixed up some mustard and vinegar sort of paste here. I think this should be about enough, and I'm just going to apply it through the blade. I'll put the blade at an angle there so we can get all the blade which will be exposed. So let's just work it over. And try and get as much on as possible, really. I don't want any open spots. Okay, so I've taken the sort of more the merrier approach. I think that's pretty thoroughly covered along the spine as well. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a couple of hours. I'm going to pop it in a little lunchbox which will be airtight so it doesn't dry out. I'll just carefully place that in there, hopefully not knock off too much of it. Close that up, and we'll be back in a couple of hours and see what that looks like, then sharpen it up. Okay, time is now just coming up to 12:30. We'll get back on this about 2:30. Lovely. Okay, so it's just been over 4 hours instead of 2. So let's see what's going on. So the mustard concoction still on there. Let's give it a wipe off. of water there. Not quite sure how much patina is actually built up there. So the overall slight bluing. I guess there's a gentle bluing all over. Let's see how it goes. Always cleaned up now. Right, it's not a particularly dramatic patina. As I say, it's more towards the end of the sort of slight bluing. But we'll see. Maybe we'll retry it another day. Let's see if it's had any effect on the sharpness. So back to the old sort of cartridge paper here. There's no problem before because it's quite thick. Maybe. No, I wouldn't have said that had any real difference to the edge there. Okay, well what I'll do is I'll quickly sharpen it up, see if we can put a nice shiny edge on that, and we'll be back. Okay, so I've just worked over the Lansky system. It was pretty sharp as it was, but I started off with the medium stone, worked through the fine, super fine, and then finished it off with the strop, although it doesn't have any compound loaded on it. It's come up with a very nice, very fine bevel, but almost a mirror to it. So it's very, very small bevel. This was 20 degrees, and it really feels very sharp now. Obviously I had no problem cutting this cartridge paper before, but it certainly is pretty sharp. So that's the first sharpening of this carbon steel blade that I've carried out, and what I'd say is it's very easy to get a good edge on there. Not sure how long it will last. Looking at this more and more, the patina is very, very light. I think I'm going to retry this. So for the record, my recommendation is that the powdered mustard and vinegar paste is probably not the right combination. I might try sticking it in lemon, might try tomato sauce. We'll probably try that in another video, but in terms of putting a nice edge on it, it's pretty good. I've even tried to bring a bit more sharpness to this end area, which will be maybe a bit more work needed, but yeah, great edge, very easy to put on, and yeah, not too bad. Okay, thank you very much.